You gonna grill me? Yeah, no, I've heard about you guys. I'm terrified.
That interviewer, who terrified President Bill Clinton,
And you're from Missouri, right?
was an 11-year-old boy.
It all began with a letter to Bill Clinton asking for an interview.
That's Kevin Nazemi back in 1993 when he was just a sixth grader. He and his family were new to the United States, having immigrated from Iran for a better life, he says.
When you came to the U.S., you spoke no English.
I spoke no English.
And that means, as his teacher said at the time, he didn't really know what the word impossible meant.
And then try to give you some easier questions. Right?
Because a child getting an interview with the President of the United States? I mean, come on.
Questions will be,
But that is exactly what Kevin and his friend Sam Bornhauser came up with.
Kids in our 8, Columbia.
For a class project that teamed up kids from the local TV station at the University of Missouri, KOMU, to make these reports.
I sent off a letter to the White House, and I got a coloring book back. And so I decided to call the White House, and I still remember the number, 202-456-7150.
He got through to a 23-year-old junior staffer named Dave Anderson.
His tone was demanding. It never felt like, pretty please, can I get an interview with the president? It was much more, when can I get the interview with the president? Like, that was it. He was going to get the interview. And the letter outlined other interviews he was going to get. He was going to interview Gorbachev. He was going to interview Nelson Mandela.
Kevin says he called you almost every day for 2 weeks. He would call in the morning before school, and he would call in the afternoon after school.
Yeah. I remember he called all the time, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you, Kevin. Like, I don't have anything new today.
This guy took your call.
He took my call, and he treated me seriously and with kindness and encouragement.
Until one day, Kevin got called to the principal's office.
It was Dave on the phone, and he said, you've been granted an interview with the president. Can you get to Cleveland?
Did you think, oh, this will be good for the president? Him with a kid, it'll have him come off looking good?
No, what I thought was, I love this kid. I want to make this happen, because it's a better world when a little kid can ask the president some questions. Simple as that.
Now, at that point, Kevin hadn't even told his parents what he was working on, and he had just 3 days to prepare for an 8-minute interview with the leader of the free world. They collected questions from their classmates.
Bye, Missouri. Bye.
And chronicled their trip to Cleveland,
Here it is.
where the pair stayed up a bit past their bedtime
Yeah, it's 1:10 a.m. right now.
the night before the biggest day of their lives.
With Sam on the camera, I began my questioning of the 42nd president.
Mr. President, what advice would you give for kids that want to become president one day?
Study very hard in school. Develop your mind.
Are you putting any money aside for the rainforest?
Well, how will your education plan attract the best people to become teachers? If you could make one lot for the United States, just one lot, what would it be?
I would pass an economic policy that would make our families secure.
They talked forever. The president loved him. And I was like, whew.
Kevin went home with enough for a half-hour special.
Sam and I were impressed that the president had prepared for our interview and spent some extra time chatting with us. Rex and Angela, back to you.
Hey, that's great. I'm going to
wonderful.
look out for my job. I've got some competition here.
That kid, who came to America with a dream, went on to MIT, then Harvard Business School.
We built a health insurance that was simple from
and then founded 4 startups, including the latest one called Charlie, which reimagines banking for older Americans.
What you did with the president, you think, put you on this path to success.
Absolutely.
And Kevin never forgot that White House staffer who put him on that path.
We got to narrow it down because we don't have that much time.
You were so cute.
Kevin and Dave became and have remained really good friends. So Dave wasn't the least bit surprised when Kevin called one day asking for the exact spelling of the names of Dave's kids, Noah and Maddie. But Dave was stunned when he got a note in the mail explaining why.
Dave, Many thanks for letting me take a swing in my field of dreams so many years ago. Your doing so opened up my mind and eyes to what is possible. He had set up these college funds for my kids. And it just floored me. Still does.
And as those college funds grew, so did Dave's kids. Noah's now a high school senior, but he and his sister have never had a chance to meet the man who believed in their futures.
Hey, can I hug you?
Just as their father had once believed in him.
I can't tell you guys how nice it is to meet you. I've heard so much about you, how awesome you are.
You know, obviously you've contributed to their future, and Noah has now decided where he's going to go to college.
Fantastic.
I'm going to Mississippi State.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
It's just like reassuring that like someone else out there that we hardly even know just like wanted to help us. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's my honor. What I've done is so small compared to what your dad's done for me. Thank you for the never-ending gift that started with me, but being passed on to so many others. You mean the world to me, and I still, to this day, ask myself, can I be as good as Dave was? Can I be as patient as Dave was? Would I pick up the phone? Would I give somebody who is pursuing their dream the space to explore that you gave me?
I could not love this story anymore. So you might be wondering, has anybody told Bill Clinton what happened with this young boy? As it turns out, we reunited Kevin and the former president last week.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, sir.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you. I still remember when you came to interview me. I still remember when Dave Anderson said we should do it. And my staff looked like this, and I said, no, this is a good idea. Let's do this.
The opportunity that you provided for me convinced me that you set really, really big goals and be persistent towards them. And certainly the generosity and the honesty and the experience of sitting down with you showcased for me traits that I've tried to carry forward in my professional and personal life.
I have a very clear memory of the conversation we had before I met you about whether it was a good idea. And I said, if he's worked this hard, this is a good idea, and he'll give us a good interview. And you know, I didn't always get the best press, so I knew at least I'd get a straight interview from you.
Thank you for everything.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, you're too kind.
We need more people like you.
It's so kind of you.
God bless
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wow. There's so many layers to this story, David. It's not just Dave Anderson who gave this young man this opportunity because he was so persistent. There's the immigrant story aspect of this story. And kudos to President Clinton for treating the interview seriously.
Yeah,
he didn't
he
patronize Kevin when he gave him those answers. And that all led to that moment where he funded Dave's kids' education. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a full circle moment. And I want to say in closing, here's to all the pests, all the people who they say you're demanding and you're persistent, you won't stop. Yeah. This is for you guys. Keep persisting, keep pushing, because this is the kind of stuff that can happen. That young immigrant boy has gone on to change a lot for people in their lives. And bravo to the opportunity of giving him the chance to dream big.
And I love that he still remembers the White House number.
I just dialed it. I just dialed it. Yeah, I dialed it.
If you have a story idea, you can reach David and his team at deardavid@cbsnews.com or contact David directly on social media.